Hey guys, I'm Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you 4 effective lower body exercises that you could do with a stability ball or a physio ball, you might call it that. And I figured I'd share these with you guys because sometimes it does get a little boring just doing body weight, so bringing in some equipment can help to make your workouts more interesting and challenge your body in a different way. I know I haven't been on here doing a more training based video in a while, and I wanted to bring it back, so if you like this kind of content, let me know. I'm really trying to make my channel a place that really helps you to care for your health in a holistic manner, so caring for your body, mind, and soul. So part of caring for the body is exercise, and strength training can be really amazing for the body. I'm not saying every exercise I show you today is for everyone, so of course, if an exercise isn't right for you, skip that exercise. But for today, so we'll be using a physio ball. I will link one down below on Amazon, so if you don't have one, you want to get one, then you can find that there. And for today, it's not going to be like a follow along workout. It's more going to be learning these exercises. Of course, you can do them with me if you want to practice them, but so you can add them into your workout routine. So we'll be going over, of course, form to make sure you're keeping your form correct, and then I will be teaching you what you're working in your body, because if you know what muscles you're working while you do your exercise, they will be more effective. All right, that's all for the talking right now. Let's get into our 4 lower body stability ball exercises. Okay, so first up, we're gonna do bridges using the ball. I really love this exercise because it adds some extra core stability into your bridges. And I will show you 2 ways. So one way that's a little more modified, and then a second way that's a little more challenging. Okay, so on your back, you'll have your legs on the ball, kind of like you're resting your calves on the ball. You're gonna keep the legs close together, hands will be down at your sides. So while you're doing your bridges, kind of like the squats, it's also gonna work the thigh muscles, quads, and hamstrings, but I want you to really focus on the glutes doing the majority of the work. So to do this, it's pretty similar to regular bridges. So you're lifting the hips up, so the calves are kind of pressing down into the ball as you lift the hips up, and then you lower down. Okay, so it's a lift and a lower, and you're focusing on using the glutes. So you can see the ball will challenge the stability a little bit, so you're trying to keep the ball stable as you lift and then as you lower. So a way to make this one more challenging, maybe before even moving to the next stage, would be to reach the arms up, lift up and down. So without the hands down at your sides, then this is going to challenge your core stability even more. If you want to make this even more challenging, you'll bend your knees and place your feet on the ball. The feet will be about hip width apart. This is going to make the stability part more challenging, and you're going to be moving through more of a range, so the glutes are going to have to work a little bit harder. So you would press the feet into the ball, lift the hips up. So really same thing as you do when you do your normal bridges. So you lift the hips up and then you lower down, and you just have that added height of the ball and that added stability challenge. If you want to go crazy, you can reach the arms up, and you'll probably feel your hamstrings in this one as well, but still trying to focus on really working through the glutes. And when you do these bridges here, the weight is going to be more through the heels, so you really want to press down into the heels as you lift the hips up. That'll help you get more into the glutes. For breathing, you will exhale on the lift and inhale on the lower. And for sets and reps, I recommend doing 3 to 4 sets of this exercise, and you could do anywhere between 8 to 15 reps. Okay, so for our next exercise, it is similar to our last one. So it's going to be a bridge, but with a hamstring curl. So this one is more hamstring focused, so working the muscles behind the thighs. So you are again going to be laying on your back. For your hamstring curls, we'll start like you're doing that first variation of bridge that we went over before. Okay, so you're resting the calves on the ball. The only difference is I would keep a little more space between the legs. So maybe like a fist width distance between the legs. All right, you'll lift up into your bridge like we did before. Then you're gonna curl the legs in. So you're bending through the knees, pulling the ball in toward your butt. Then you push back out. You'll feel it in the backs of the thighs. You want to make sure you keep your hips lifted as you do the pull in, so don't let the hips drop down. Keep the arms down at the sides for this one, okay? And you're just pulling in on and off here. You could also combo it with your bridge if you want, where you would do a lift, a pull in, push out, lower down, and then you kind of repeat from there. All right, so those are your hamstring curls. They are a lot tougher than they look. It's a really good way to strengthen the hamstrings without having machines or additional resistance. It really gets the hamstrings. For this one, for the breathing, you want to exhale as you pull in and inhale as you push out, okay? So it's nice to just inhale to prepare. Exhale as you curl the legs in, inhale as you push them back out straight. And for sets and reps, I recommend doing 3 to 4 sets of this exercise, and you could do anywhere between 8 to 15 reps. So the next exercise is going to be doing squats with the stability ball at the wall. It's not necessarily more challenging than regular squats. I would actually say regular squats are more challenging, but it's a nice way to train yourself, especially if you have trouble with squats. It's a good way to train yourself to get into good squat form because it's a little easier to sit back into the hips. So if you're someone that has trouble with squat form where the knees are really driving forward, this could be a good exercise. Also, it's just nice to mix it up. And I will show you a variation to make it more challenging if this feels like an exercise that is too easy for you if you're normally someone that squats with like a barbell. So how to do the squats. Hopefully I don't knock over my wreath here. All right, so you'll find a wall space. The ball's going to be behind you. You want to step your legs further forward than you probably think, okay? So it's nice to actually wear sneakers for this one so that you have grip on the floor. So the feet are a little further forward. The feet will be about hip width apart. You're leaning into the ball. The ball is kind of at my low back to my mid back. So you're gonna squat down and you want to make sure the hips are going underneath the ball. So as you squat down, my hips are going under the ball and then I'm coming back up to standing. If I don't put my hips, or if I don't try to drive my hips under the ball, that's when you get too much into the knees. So make sure you're bending from the hips, trying to get your butt under the ball, and then you come back up. You want to make sure your knees stay in line with your ankles. When you come back up from your squat, just make sure you don't lock out your knees, so just keep a slight bend in them. So this could be a nice one. If you, like I said, if you're someone that normally squats with a barbell, go nice and low in your squats. Try to get more depth than you would normally get, and then come up. Try to put the weight when you're squatting. The weight is more in the heels, okay? And that will help you activate the glutes more, because for this one, for when you do any squats, quads are going to be working, hamstrings are going to be working, but we want to try to get the glutes to be the main mover here. So you're focusing on really using the glutes. Last way to make this a little more challenging would be to grab a free weight, hold a free weight, and you could add a little core into this. So you would be holding the free weight as you squat down, you would lift the weight up, and then you would come back up to standing, drop the weight down, okay? That will make it a little more challenging for you. For breathing, you will be inhaling as you lower and then exhaling as you come back up. And for sets and reps, I recommend doing 3 to 4 sets of this exercise, and you could do anywhere between 8 to 15 reps. Okay, so last exercise is gonna be hip extension over the ball. So it's kind of like when you do hip extension on the hands and knees, it just changes it a little bit. I wouldn't say it's more challenging, it's just different. It's a way that maybe you will like, it'll feel more comfortable. I actually recently did this exercise purely because on this day I was training, my knee was bothering me a little bit, so I was trying to find a way to do some strengthening without having to kneel on my knee. So you might like this one if you want something that doesn't put as much pressure on your knees, but still gets you that hip extension motion. Another good similarity of this exercise is like doing hip extension in a plank, but without having to have the extra core stability. So you're gonna have the ball under your belly. Hands are gonna be down in front. So you can see it's kind of like I'm in a plank position. My toes are on the ground, hands are down on the ground under my shoulders. Make sure to keep a slight bend in your elbows and keep your neck in neutral. So from here, I'm gonna lift one leg up and lower down. I like to do one side at a time and then switch. So when you're doing this exercise, make sure the leg you're lifting You're keeping the toes pointing, facing downward. Your leg won't move as far with the toes pointing in this direction. That's okay. The knee of the leg that is lifting up and down should be straight. You also want to make sure you're protecting your low back. So as you lift, you don't want to let your low back arch excessively. So make sure you're keeping a nice neutral spine. And to do this, you can gently pull the abs in to keep the core engaged. So pulling the navel in toward the spine. Just make sure you don't hold your breath while you do that. Keep breathing. I will link a video below to help you learn that motion if you don't know it. Okay, it's a transverse abdominis contraction. And last thing is it's working your glute max. So as you lift, so if I'm on my right side, I'm focusing on my right glute, pulling my leg up, okay? And then you could switch to the other side, okay? So it's a nice way to kind of do hip extension without having to kneel on your knees. For breathing for this one, you're going to be exhaling as you lift the leg and inhaling as you lower the leg back down, moving slow and with control. And for sets and reps, I recommend doing 3 to 4 sets of this exercise, and you could do anywhere between 8 to 15 reps. Thank you guys for watching. If you do want to support me further, please check out my Patreon. Over there, it is a little more yoga focused, but if you don't practice yoga, you can choose the option without the yoga flows. And if it does continue to grow over there, I would love to add in more strength training stuff if you are interested. And supporting me over there really helps me to keep creating this free content on YouTube. So thank you guys. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye guys.